What's up, guys? Another story for you. Got my Starbucks, but this is not the right one. This is the right one. They messed up when making my drink and then just said, well, you can have that one too. So, well, the fat guy in me is going to take both drinks. So, this is about a May 2-4 weekend. And for the Americans that watch this, I don't think you guys have May 2-4, so it's a long weekend in May that we just call the May 2-4 weekend, and it's just a big weekend that everybody drinks at. Don't know why it started, how it started, why they call it that, but it's a big party the whole weekend, and typically it rains, but this is going back quite some time ago. I would have been 23, 22, having a big bonfire in my backyard. Yeah, about 30, 40 people. It's a big party. It's my parents' house. I was actually living at home at the time. And crap load of people, big bonfire. And I got my best friend, Dennis, 2 people over from me. And there's a kid in between us, was a neighbor kid. He was about 18 at the time. And Dennis and I were in our early 20s. Evidently enough, this other kid name was Dennis. So it was like me, neighbor kid Dennis, best friend Dennis beside him. And for whatever reason, as twisted as this sounds, I thought it'd be funny to pour a little bit of gasoline on his leg from like the knee down to his shoe and just light it with a lighter and just watch him run for a minute and then, put him out. So I get my best friend Dennis to occupy him to keep him looking the opposite way from me while I'm just like I had about a cup of gas and I just dribbling about a cup of gas on his leg, and he just looks at me and goes, why is my leg all wet? I was like, I don't know, let's look. So I lit the lighter so we could see, because cell phones with flashlights weren't really a big thing back then, so I'd lit my lighter, which I don't even smoke. I don't even why I even had a lighter. I don't smoke, never did, not at all, but I had a lighter. So I lit the lighter so we could see, and then his whole calf was on fire in the jeans. I had never seen somebody run so fucking fast in my entire life. It was like you see in the movies. Somebody on fire, they just run. Lucky enough, it had rained a lot that weekend, as it usually does in May 2-4 weekends, which, weirdly enough, May 2-4 weekends coming up in like 2 weeks. He ended up falling in the yard beside my mom's house that was pretty flooded, had about 6 inches of water in it. So his leg got put out. He got up, laughed at us, came back down, sat down and beside me, started drinking again and went, I can't believe you did that. And we all laughed. Everybody there was like blown away that I would do something stupid like that, but that's just what I do. So fast forward 1 full year to the next May 2-4 weekend. Basically the same people are there, including my best friend Dennis and neighbor kid Dennis. This time, we convince him to let us pour gas on him and light him because it went so well the first time. Like, it didn't even wreck his pants. Didn't even singe the hair on his legs because it was so quick. Like, it felt like it was a good minute of him running around, but it was probably only about 10 seconds. So, this time we had a bucket of water, a garden hose, a fire extinguisher. We were prepared. The previous year, not prepared at all. Fuck, driving a manual and having a drink at the same time in a town is a pain in the ass. We were not prepared whatsoever. It was kind of like a spur of the moment. I have a bright idea. Let's try this out and see how it pans out. So this year we had all the stuff and he agreed, yeah, let's try it again. We've got the stuff to put in. I told him, I says, the second you're on fire, drop on the ground, we'll put you out. Got the extinguisher, got a guy with the extinguisher in his hand, one guy with a hose in his hand, and a girl with a bucket of water. So I said, just as soon as you're on fire, lay down, we'll put you out, problem solved. He's like, yeah, that's a great idea. Now bear in mind, this kid's now 19 years old. And in Canada, that's legal drinking age. You can rev at me, I'll rev right back at you there, hotshot. Somebody in a Genesis revving their little 4-cylinder sewing machine at me. Although, doesn't sound too bad. Anyway, back to my story. I got sidetracked there, squirrel. So this time, instead of just pouring it on his calf, I'm thinking, okay, we're prepared. So this time, I'm really gonna go all out with the gasoline. We started at his 1 foot and went all the way up across his chest and back down his body, down his leg to his other foot. So like a big fucking horseshoe. He was all for it. The second I flicked the spark on the lighter, it went up. And we're all like, drop, roll, drop on the ground. Nope. That motherfucker starts sprinting across my yard, my neighbor's yard, and just kept running. And this year, no fucking rain. There's no water. There's nothing to put him out where he's going. All the water was back where the fire started from, standing in front of me. So we're screaming, we're chasing him around with a bucket of water and the fire extinguisher trying to catch him. Could not catch him for the save of our life. Like, man, that guy can run fast when he's on fire. So we're yelling at him, and I bet you, like this, it felt like 5 minutes this kid was on fire, just running. And it was just getting worse and worse. Probably was only about a minute, but it felt like a lifetime because I'm like, oh my God, this kid's on fire and he's legit just running around. He ends up tripping, falling down. We caught up to him, dumped the bucket of water on him and put him out. He stands up, looks perfectly fine except his entire shirt, other than his sleeves and his neck, is gone. Pants are fine, shoelaces a little burnt, no shirt left other than sleeves, neck, that's it. And I'm like, dude, you okay? Why didn't you drop and roll? He goes, I panicked, I just ran. Hang on, I gotta sneeze, 1 sec. Holy shit. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, he's like, I panicked, so I just ran. I'm like, dude, we had everything right here. What the fuck were you thinking? Are you okay? I'm looking at him. He goes, I feel fine. And then he sees this little blister right here. Just a blister. He goes, oh, that's all I got. That's not bad. Goes to peel it. Ends up peeling a chunk of skin that big off his upper torso. It looked like raw pizza. Or not pizza, like melted cheese. Like the cheese on a pizza, that's what it looked like. He ended up going into almost like a convulsion because of how severe his chest pains were, burnt and everything else, that we had to take him in, and he ended up having to have a skin graft, which in hindsight wasn't the wisest choice. I got away with it the first time. In fun, no harm, no foul, nobody got hurt. The second time didn't go so well. He blames himself, and so do we, because he allowed us to do it. And he ran when he should have dropped, or even just stood still. He didn't even have to sit down, or lay down, or fall down. Just stand fucking still. It's a simple task. Don't go anywhere, we'll put you out. And he couldn't do that. So he ended up, after the skin graft and everything else, he's got, last I heard, I haven't seen him in a long time. I still saw him for quite a bit after that, but minor scarring. He actually healed from it pretty well, and we all joke about it. Now, I haven't seen him in a few years because he moved away. Probably smart on his choice, but it was funny at the time. We all got a good laugh. Probably wouldn't do it ever if I could go back, knowing that I'd do the first one because that was a success, but I wouldn't do fucking bumpy in this town. I wouldn't do it again, like the second time, and I wouldn't do it now, ever. I was young and dumb, did a lot of stupid things back then. It was funny at the time, but I wouldn't do it now because after seeing what happened to the second time, I learned my lesson. Like in the last 20, 30 years, I've learned a lot of lessons. That was one of them. But it did make for a great story, and I'm sure he tells that story whenever he takes his shirt off and somebody sees the burnt across his chest. Oh, how'd you get that? And he'll be like, well, let me fucking tell you. There's this retard named John, lived across the road from me, caught me on fire. That's probably how that story goes. And they're all probably like, oh, bullshit. Oh, no, it's fucking true. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Moral of the story, don't let your neighbor kid on fire. Might not work out so well for you. Thanks for watching. Stay weird.